Pleasant day to members of the media and the listening public. Bermuda's economy continues its rapid expansion, demonstrating strong economic performance. During the second quarter of 2024, the economy grew by an estimated 8.7% year over year after adjusting for inflation. Economic expansion was a direct result of increased trade balance and business investment. Gross domestic product by expenditure in current prices increased by 10.1% during the second quarter. Consumer spending in the second quarter remained static at $807.5 million. Household consumption of services increased by 0.4% year over year, reflecting higher expenditure on travel services. Spending on durable goods increased by 4.9%, due largely to increased expenditure on new and used motor vehicles and cars. Employment income in the second quarter was 8.8% above 2023 levels. Employment in the following industries all increased in the second quarter of 2024. International business was up 16.2%. Hotels and restaurants was up 7.3%. Banking and insurance and real estate was up 8.7%. Business services up 5.4%. Wholesale and retail up 1.2%. Construction up 6%. And transport and communication up 13.1%. The second quarter growth in employee remuneration in these sectors is positive, and income levels continue to improve. The island hosted 67,121 air visitors during the second quarter of 2024. This is up from the 62,417 air visitors in the second quarter of 2023. Government consumption increased by 1.1% during the quarter, with higher expenditures on insurance, wages, and professional services. Business investment, which is also known as gross capital formation, grew by 1.6% to $220.9 million in the quarter. Investment in machinery and equipment increased by 4.4% due to higher furniture imports, agricultural machinery, and industrial machinery. Investment related to construction fell 1.4%. Bermuda's trade balance rose by 34.2% to $541 million. This is as a direct result of growth in receipts for the exports of goods and services, outpacing payments for imports of goods and services. Exports of goods and services increased by 19.2% during the quarter, partly due to increased receipts related to business services. Bermuda's business ecosystem remains robust, and in terms of total business registrations, there were 180 new businesses registered in Bermuda during the second quarter of 2024. 34 new local businesses were registered, bringing the total local business register to 3,958, up 2.1% over the total local businesses registered in the second quarter of 2023. The government continues to facilitate the expansion of a sustainable economy by creating jobs and also creating an environment which allows businesses to thrive. The government will continue to execute the strategic initiatives outlined in the country's economic development strategy to ensure that Bermuda experiences sustainable economic growth and development. For more information, please review the Quarter 2 2024 quarterly GDP by expenditure and balance of payments and international investment position publications available at the Department website online at gov.bm. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. At this time, we now welcome questions from the media. Morning, Minister, and thanks. I guess I just wanted to start by asking the term trade balance. Can you expand a little on what we mean by trade balance?
So trade balance is the difference between the value of export of goods and services and the value of imports of goods and services. The difference between the two will be our trade balance.
I just learned something. In terms of the trajectory that we're seeing here, are you expecting it to continue, or is it going to level out at some point?
We expect that the positive economic growth will continue throughout the following quarters of 2024. The growth that we've seen thus far is robust and highly accelerated, but it is due to a number of factors that can be explained through the publication. When we see that we have an expansion of our international business community, then the businesses that actually service that community, we see greater levels of economic activity. The numbers look extremely normal as it pertains to household consumption and also government consumption. And then there's opportunity to grow as it pertains to gross capital formation. And so we expect continued positive economic performance.
Last one from me. I guess in terms of the pre-pandemic benchmark of the economy, where do these figures put us in comparison?
And so I released the annual GDP for 2023 last week. There's numbers you can directly compare with the 2019 pandemic numbers, and we were well above pre-pandemic numbers. Close to our economy has surpassed the $7 billion mark, and so we're roughly around $500 million above where we were in 2019.
Oh, thank you, Minister. That's it for me. Thanks.
All right, Minister, that concludes the questions. Do you have any closing remarks?
Certainly. The Bermudian economy remains robust, it remains strong, and we see through our economic indicators that the economy is performing well. The government will continue to support programs and investment in our local population so that persons can take advantage of employment opportunities that exist within our economy, but also ensuring that we have a business ecosystem and a business environment that allows businesses to thrive. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, and thank everyone for joining us, and have a great day. That concludes the press conference.